Hi Roomies, are you having design dilemmas? I bet you are. You probably just don't know it. It is easier than ever to book a consultation with me online. You can go to my website at roomsbyroma.com and check out my calendar and reserve a day and time that we can do something virtually, an hour, 2 hours, 30 minutes, whatever works for you, and we can get that set up and taken care of for you. We do have some openings for the end of summer, and if you are looking at getting something done before the season, fall, Christmas, those sorts of things, then just take some time to go there and schedule an appointment, and I look forward to creating with you.
My name's EJ, and welcome to my new spot.
Today we're going to do something a little different. We have met a friend named EJ, and he has asked if I would stop by and give him some critiques on his new place and give him some feedback on his design.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
EJ.
Roma, nice to meet you.
Welcome to my house. This is
Who's this?
my best friend Ollie.
Hey, Ollie. Hi.
Welcome. So this is my apartment.
Nice.
Just moved in here, I want to say 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago, yeah.
You've done a lot for 3 weeks.
I know. I've been
busy.
Yeah, because as soon as I walked, as soon as I got here, I was like, yo, I want to get everything settled.
Yeah.
That way my mind wasn't as clustered. But like for that first 2 weeks, it was bad. I was like, go.
That makes sense because when you feel like you can relax in your space, you're more comfortable in your space.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, and that's the artist in you too, I'm sure.
Right, so let's start. Quick little tour. This is my kitchen.
All right.
And the biggest thing about here is we wanted an island. At my other spot too, I had these and it didn't fit. The island was not big, so we had a substitute for these chairs. And then, so my biggest thing here is just I like to have a bunch of custom pieces that nobody else has.
Yeah.
I know that this right here was a gift. This right here for my clusters. Some gifts I got. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it also matches my my hanging right there. Yeah.
So what's the semblance behind this?
So this is actually a Chrome Hearts. It's a big designer brand that I can't afford. So people
You can't afford yet.
Yeah, I can't afford yet. So I have a friend that did those custom wood, and then he went crazy with those.
Nice.
And so another big thing here is I like to have a bunch of natural light. So how the sun, it rises from the west, and then so now it's the perfect sunlight right now.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing is lighting, plants, and my smells. That's my three big things in my my apartment.
Yeah, and I did notice when you came in, you've got that signature smell.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it smells like dessert or something.
Yeah.
It smells really good.
Yeah, we just went to Bath and Body Works yesterday, got some new candles.
No, that smells good. I think that's something that people forget or miss when they do design or decor in their own house is having that other element of its own signature scent. I haven't found what mine is yet.
Yeah.
But it's coming.
Yeah. So for me, I think for at least a house, I like to have a pumpkin smell, like a holiday type smell.
Yeah.
But going into here, there's a lot of things that I want to change as an apartment. The biggest thing right now is my couch.
And what did you want to change about it?
Since my tiles is a different color, I'm kind of trying to color coordinate off of that. So right now it's brown. In my old apartment, it was gray. So my color tones before were black, gray, and white, and now we have tan. So I want to make it more into my browns, my tans, my creams. I think that's more of what I want to fill this place with. Exactly.
Okay.
Just because when you come in here, I want it to feel more earthy.
Okay.
So that's why I have a bunch of plants.
I do. I love the plants.
Yeah. And even with like my media console right here, I kind of want to give it more like an earthy type of feel. And then my coffee little table, I think I'm gonna probably get rid of that. Just give it more of like a more neutral color, also brown. And then, yeah, the biggest thing right now that I'm trying to get rid of is this couch. Just because I feel like it doesn't really match the look I'm going for. We were shopping yesterday and we didn't find the exact one we wanted. What else? And then, yeah, just a bunch of custom pieces. I do want to say shout out to my coworker. His name's JT. He does a bunch of like 3D printed stuff for me. He just made this one for me.
Well, that's
and
cool.
then, yeah. So all these are pretty much 3D printed besides this is a Lego. And then
What is that in the back next to the plant?
it's like a rabbit.
Rabbit head?
Yep. So I'm supposed to hang this, but I still haven't figured
I
out.
like that.
Yeah.
It's cool and different. And I thought it was a rabbit, but I was like, well, let me ask just to make sure. No, that's cool. You know, that would be a cool, that would be a cool tattoo, I think.
A tattoo? Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I think that's cool.
So yeah, a bunch of these, like I said, I like to have custom pieces in here.
Yeah.
And like even this, when I used to be into art and designing clothes, I bought this material from it was like from Chinese supplier, just like Louis Vuitton.
Yep.
So I just kind of put that there.
Perfect.
And then this
Is this one of yours?
Yeah, this is one of mine. I'm probably gonna redo it because when it came out, like the crosses came out a little crooked. So I was like, I'm gonna have to redo that. But that's
I think that just adds to the character of it. I think sometimes, I talked about this in one of my other videos, is appreciating the imperfections of things.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be perfect and symmetrical, because that's what sort of gives it character.
Yeah.
And it might also just say, you know, something different about who you are.
Right.
I mean, and it shows how your art has evolved over time and how, you know, you may have started and, you know, your style gets a little different or your style changes.
Okay.
I mean, and that's in design too. You, like you were saying, this isn't quite the couch that you were looking for, and your style's changed and you're going to change it up a little differently. The only thing I would suggest is I do like to decorate with contrast.
Okay.
Because it brings interest.
Okay.
And so I don't think the couch looks bad with the opposites. I have a lot of black and white and neutrals in my house too. And I also think when you have the darker surfaces on top of the lighter surfaces, it just gives it a little more contrast.
Okay.
So when you are doing that and you choose to switch up the couch, also make sure that you add some contrast to the couch itself so it doesn't just blend in and disappear to the floor. Okay. If that makes sense.
So what color would you recommend
if you're gonna do a brown couch, don't do the same tone as your floor.
Okay.
You can definitely still do a brown, but do a different tonal of this color, either a darker color, and then add some tonals back on top of the couch. So like maybe the same tone in pillows. Okay. But then also vary the materials in the pillow. So either do a velvet or leather or linen or something like that. Your natural materials, but then that gives you some variation and some different sort of textures and movement and style. Okay. I mean, you'll have it.
Yeah, definitely. I'll keep that in mind for sure.
Yeah, and I like the rug too, because normally when you have a square space like this and you're just trying to fill the space with the rug, this is a nice way to do it because it's just more organic and it's more free-flowing. Right. And if you see another one of these, in my office, at my house, I have a hide rug like this, but I've layered two on top of each other. And then that way it gives you a little more room, a little more space, a little more character. Okay. So if you find another, maybe when you get the couch that you're happy with, try and find another one of these that's in the same tone as your couch and then layer them either next to each other or on top of each other. Okay. And that will sort of tie it all together a little more.
I like that idea actually. What else is in my apartment? Oh, and let's talk about this. So initially, this is a shoe rack thing, but like we bought another one for the door, and then I was like, what can I put on here? So I just put a bunch of like books.
Is that your sewing machine?
Yeah, sewing machine that I haven't touched in I don't know how long. And then I want to put more lights in here, so I just bought this. So this is new, and
Where'd you get the lamp from?
I think I got this on Amazon.
I like it.
Or I think it might have been TikTok shop
Like
actually.
Mushroom, donutty lamp.
Yeah,
it's very trendy. I
Right.
like it though. I like just the pop of color. It sort of adds to this corner, gives you a little more light in that space.
Yeah. So, yeah, this one I got it on TikTok shop, I believe.
Okay.
And then this is another painting of mine. This is probably my newest one. And it kind of just flowed with the color scheme I had going on.
So what was your inspiration behind that?
I was just looking up some ideas on Pinterest and something I was like, maybe I should just put this on canvas. So that's how that happened. And then...
No, I like it. And it's completely different from the other piece of art you have.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, and those are the things that I encourage people to decorate with. That's your stuff. So no matter where you go or where it hangs in the house or whatever, it's gonna always remind you of you. It's always gonna be good memories. There's things you created. It's your style. I mean, and those are the things you want. Because I think sometimes you get into that habit, or maybe not you, but some people buy a lot of mass-produced art, and so then it's not personal, it's not different. It's the same stuff everybody else has. And you being an artist, I mean, you can change that stuff up all the time. When you get tired of that, you just put some white paint over it, and you paint over the top of that. Yeah. So that's nice. That's good style.
And yeah, for the kitchen, I kind of just like to keep it like minimal, just because I'm a Hispanic child, and my mom just keeps everything. She's like, we're gonna use this some way somehow, and like it'll be in the garage like 10 years in and just taking up space. So that's why I'm such a minimalist, because like I just hate, like, my mind just gets cluttered. So growing up with that, I was like, nah, my space has to be like minimal. But yeah, this is pretty much my kitchen, just right here.
No, there's nothing wrong with everything you have having a purpose. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
And I also think that it keeps you from collecting a lot of clutter and stuff too. But the thing that is nice about what you did, you still have a lot of textures and very different things. You know, just like you have the cutting board stacked against each other. You know, the different striping against the solid color of the countertop. That gives you a visual interest and makes you sort of look at it. And just the basket you have here in the corner. I'm not sure what you have in there, but
that's just all my dog treats and
and you don't want to see them.
It's functional.
So you hid them. And that's and those are certain things that I think some people forget. And if you don't want to see those things, that's the best place for it. Either put it in a canister, or put it in a box, or put it in a basket or something where you don't have to look at it all the time. Yeah, because I can see how sometimes there are definitely times where you don't want to see all of that stuff. And so that is one of the things I talk about too. I also like the cabinetry in here. How it's just simple and clean and white and bright. And the finish is a little different. It looks like it's a different finish on the top as on the bottom.
I think the top is no.
This looks a little glossy, and this looks more matte. No, that's the same.
I think it's just the way the sun's reflecting.
I think it's just the way the sun is. No, I like it. You know, very minimal, very clean. Definitely your style.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much the kitchen. And then just trying to stay organized right here.
So can we talk about the view? So I always like to hit on the view. And I know you're in an apartment. But you still have a nice view. I mean, you have a lot of sun that comes in through here. You do have a view of the mountains and stuff out here. There's the M Hotel. We actually used to live on that side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right over there by the M. We used to live in the club at Inspirata. So we used to hang out at the M a lot.
So in my old apartment, I was like really in the center, but my dog barks at every dog, and so many dogs just came by. So I was like, let me just try to be a little bit more ducked off. And it worked out perfectly, because like I said, I wanted the sun to hit as soon as it rised. So I definitely needed one on this corner. And it's still like, I can still see things, but like I'm not so in the mix of like how I was like in my old apartment,
But it's nice that you're on the corner too, because you still have this nice open outdoor space. You have a lot of nice natural light that comes in. I like this little seating area here. You can sit and read a book. Talk on the phone.
I just bought this to my daily gratitude. Just be grateful every day for everything we have. Just things that mean have a deeper meaning to me.
Yeah. And that's what your house should reflect.
Exactly.
That all the things your house should reflect.
What else? I'll take you guys to my little content room.
Yeah, okay.
And then trying to stay more organized this year. Had you guys right here Wednesday, YouTube video apartment. Just trying to be more organized because
it's nice to feel calendared in.
Yeah. This is actual the shoe rack I just bought too.
Okay, perfect.
So the other one, I just kind of don't even use that one.
And you got to have a space for things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something you always think about, but you always have to have a space for that. And so it's good that it's nice and organized. Is this yours too?
Yeah. I got this one, and then I have one in the my main bedroom, in the bathroom.
Nice.
What else?
I like the texture in that too.
Yeah.
The color. And again, it's something completely different. It's different from all of the other.
Right, that you see.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, appreciate that. What else? In this bathroom, I really don't have much because I don't use it. Nobody uses it, and I still haven't had like anybody over. But the only thing that happens here, I just cut my hair. Like I only have my shower curtains up.
But it'll come along. Like I was saying earlier, design and decor and those things. It's not something you have to have done right away.
Yeah.
And I think we get caught up. Even me get caught up in that. Unless I'm designing for a client, but for myself. I mean, those are things that you sort of do over time.
Right.
You might want this bathroom to have a different feel or a different color or something than some of the other spaces in your house. And so you haven't figured out what you want yet. And that's part of probably your creative process too as an artist, where you're sort of like, I don't know what I want to do in there yet. And then if you rush and do it, then you're not going to be happy with it. And every time you look in here, you're going to be like wanting to change it up.
Yeah.
And so once you figure out what it is you want and what you like about the space itself, that will probably inspire you to figure out exactly how you want to do it. But you know what I do like is you have a little tray.
Yeah, for my jewelry.
For your jewelry, yeah. So you have a space for that, and the other thing too is it makes it. For me, I don't want to talk for you, but when I have things like that, it just makes your stuff feel more luxurious. It makes it feel like elevated, and that's the space you want to go to, and and it also keeps it more organized. You know where everything is. You take them off at night. They all go there. You switch them up in the morning. All that.
Yeah, this is my little jewelry box right here.
Your Chanel jewelry box.
Yeah. Just a bunch
nice.
of random things I have. Try to keep it a little bit organized.
Quite the collection.
Yeah.
No, I like your style. I like the layers.
Yeah.
The just different.
Yeah.
See, I need a glam room.
So yeah, this is my content office area.
Nice.
So yeah, I try to everything here. I try to have some meaning behind it. Like this, my brother gave it to me. That I've only seen him like twice, but this is my half brother gave that to me. So there's meaning behind that.
Okay.
And then these are some shoes I used to customize shoes back in the day when I think it was like during COVID.
Oh, okay.
So this is something that custom made by me. The sewing is a little off, but that's why I just kind of have it in here just to display to myself. What else? Oh, also, these are also like I dyed these. So I dyed them, and then so just like during COVID, that was my thing. I bought a bunch of like Air Forces, a bunch of SBs, and just kind of.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, appreciate that. And then what else? What other shoes have I customized in here? Oh, these are like straight. Like I painted these too.
These are cool.
Yeah. So my journey was like started with paintings, and COVID happened, and I think the custom shoes were like trending.
Yeah.
So I started like just painting on shoes, and I wanted to match more with like fabrics, and then it was cool, but like
cool.
Yeah, it kind of died down, and I was putting like a lot of time into it. So I was like, let me just start doing something different. So then that's kind of when I started doing like my whole fashion stuff.
So you made this stuff too?
No, I wish,
okay.
But like I would tailor some pants. I don't have them on display, but like, yeah, I would tailor pants, and then just little things that like made it custom. I guess you could say.
Made it more you.
Yeah, and then Got my little boo boo. I don't know why this is trending right now, but
I know. It will disappear, but you'll know where it is.
And then yeah, shout out to my friend JT. He did a bunch of like these custom 3D printed stuff. So he made that. He also made this. He made this piece right here, and then this piece. He also made that piece, and then this one. So like a bunch of stuff in here like a lot of people don't have access to unless they have a 3D printer. And then this is just like a little toolbox. Just slapped a little Supreme sticker on there.
So what's in the toolbox? Just tools?
Yeah,
Things
tools.
you use for...
Yeah, tools. I have tools, just like my painting stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like little things that, you know, I just need, but it has its place for it, you know? Like right here, like, you're like, cool, like, it's not just like a toolbox. Like you could make it like a work of art. When people walk in here, I want to be like, oh, like, this is all like, it's day-to-day stuff, but like everybody, like you can make it art.
You can make it art.
Yeah.
And I think that's the other thing that people forget too, is even if it is something you see every day, it is about how you arrange things,
Exactly.
how you organize things. And you know, you use this room for content, it still should feel you.
Right.
You know, and it's organized and it's clean,
Yeah.
and you can access your things easily, and there is good light in here.
Yeah.
So all of
Yeah,
that.
my biggest thing is too, like, if I don't see it, I forget about it. So, like, I'm trying to make sure, like, I know exactly what I have. Because if it's thrown away, like, it'll be, like, a whole year. And then, like, I'll, like, randomly look for something. I'm like, dang, I forgot I had this.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
We don't even want to go there. I just had some organizers come and do some stuff in my closet. And I found things in there that I hadn't seen like forever. And I was like, well, I should just donate it. When I had a designer bag in there I hadn't carried. I gave it to my niece for graduation because I was like, well, if I'm not carrying it, I haven't missed it in a year. She loves it. She may as well have it. You know, that sort of thing. But I understand that. If you don't see it, you forget you have it.
Right.
And then to me, it just kind of feels like, for me, it felt like being wasteful. Like I just bought things for the sake of buying
exactly.
things and you never use
And
things.
that's one thing about living in an apartment. You have to like be specific with the things you're gonna buy because like you're not gonna have space for it.
No.
So that's
You don't
another
have
like
a garage to put
exactly
things in.
like I can't just
Attic
store
space
things.
or basement. Or
Yep.
something.
So I just bought this too, like from IKEA. I think it's a nice little touch to the room, just so it matches with the brown.
Yeah, and the thing that's nice about this too, it does give you the wall some texture. Then you can rearrange those, the shelving pieces, however you need for yourself.
Yeah, so I like all aspects of art. So from fashion, from home decor now. I also like videography. So like this is more like my office space. So just trying to keep it organized and still make it look good because like once you come with all this computer stuff, like I'm trying to hide like all the wires. I'm trying to like make it look minimalistic.
Yeah.
But still know that this is where I get my stuff done. And then there's another painting that I made. I think that's probably my favorite one. Just because it got a lot going on, and I'm big into like skulls. Like
I did notice that you have a lot of little skulls and things.
So skulls are probably one of my big things. So yeah, it's still a work in progress. Still got a bunch of other artwork that I need to put up.
You've only been in here 3 weeks, man. You've done a lot for 3 weeks.
But I'm just, if it's organized, I could flow better.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest thing right now. Just trying to keep everything
Clutter
organized.
probably drives you crazy.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
some people are like that. I mean, and I get to a point where it gets me crazy and I get tired of kind of looking at it.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned, I have some organizers that came in, sort of did some stuff, and now I'm kind of on this kick of everything has to be organized and everything has to be, I don't have other little plastic containers and all that. I'm not that far out.
Yeah.
But I do like not seeing all the clutter and all of the junk. But I love how you have all of your art, things that you've created through your house. That gives you that energy, gives you the vibe, and every time you see something, that's you. That's what your house should reflect. It should definitely reflect who you are as a person.
I'll show you the bedroom. Nothing has really been done to the bedroom. Still a lot of things I want to change. And then this table right here gets a lot of compliments.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah.
The drip table.
Yeah. So I want to keep it like.
My daughter has a couple of these.
Yeah, I want to keep it like youthful in here, like because I do like art, so like I want to like show people that like a home doesn't have to be like such a grown-up type feel.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people like that's their like thing. Like I want to make it look.
That's your style.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that's who you are as a person. It should reflect you.
So yeah, this is my bedroom. Nothing much has really been done here. I think. What's your thoughts on getting rid of this bed frame? Because I want more like a bamboo type, like Japan type wood.
Yeah.
Low feel.
Yeah. So more like a platform bed, like lower to the floor.
Mm-hmm. I feel like even too, like in a small space, like when you have things lower, I feel like it makes the space feel bigger.
Yeah. Well, in some ways, it does. Lots of times too, if your bed has, or the furniture pieces itself, like your sofa or chair or whatever, where you can see space underneath, it gives you more of a visual that it's more space.
Okay.
I think a lower to the floor, that's just a preference.
Okay.
I think for most people, it's just a preference. Me personally, being as old as I am and have some mobility issues, for me, a lower bed would work. Okay. Because I have to be elevated off the bed and onto my feet and stuff. But I do know what you're saying. I mean, and you're younger. That's your vibe. I mean, again, it should reflect who you are. And if that's what you want, buy it.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna.
Now, I love the floors in here too, though, all throughout the house. I like this color, and I like the variation in them, and it's got, the wood grain and all of that.
Yeah, I'm not a carpet person, and like,
especially with the dog.
Yeah, I've seen like a bunch of apartments, and like the room would have carpet, and I was like, I don't really like it. Some people I like, at least the bedroom, I feel like people like carpet in there. For me, I'm like, nah. It makes, I don't know, it just feels like less elegant in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and if you want a carpeted area, then get a rug or get, you know what I mean, put a rug underneath the bed. And some people don't even like that. But I mean, me personally, I'm like you, solid surface, hardwood or some sort of surface like that throughout the whole house. To me, it makes it seem more cohesive.
Right.
I don't know. It just feels better too.
Yeah. I'll show you my bathroom. Not much has been done here. Just trying to keep everything minimal, like I said.
Nice.
Let me see if I can turn on this other light. There we go. And then this is another painting I did. So it still goes with the color scheme. And then just kind of random things right here, just because I feel like we were just trying to put stuff on this because it was just a bunch of empty space. So I feel like we kind of did a good job of that.
You did. And the thing that it's nice too, the baskets add a little texture.
Yep.
You have your little cosmetic bag and all of those things. That I like how you've neatly rolled the towels together and all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it just gives your eye something to sort of travel up and down to and see. And I love this. I talked about this earlier. It's just a different. I mean, it's a shower curtain,
right?
But it's more elevated.
Right.
I mean, it's not just that plastic sort of nasty shower curtain. I mean, this looks like nice, high-end, elevated linen.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're gonna do that, then that's what it should be. It should be something nicer than that.
Yeah, I think the vibe I'm going for is just earthy with art. So like, what would you call it? Would that be like a Japan type of style, or like a? Is that like a...
Like Japandi?
Yeah, that's what it is. Because I'm influenced by a bunch of art. And, one thing this year, I think I want to go to Japan. That's on the bucket list for sure. Just to get more inspiration as an artist. Like, I feel like I love the culture of, like, the art they bring. Like, the decor. And, like, everything low, too. Like, I love that. So I definitely want to get more Japan-inspired things in here. But, yeah, that's pretty much the house.
Well, for what you have done in 3 weeks, it looks pretty good for
Appreciate
3 weeks.
That.
And then you were saying that the bedroom's not done. And my philosophy I have with that is you do it, one room at a time. And the more you get inspired and the more you have time.
Yeah.
And, again, like you said, the more budget you get, then you can do those things and make it different.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to come back at another time and sort of see
how it's evolved
over time and stuff. But again, for 3 weeks,
Yeah.
I think the thing that you had in your pocket that most people don't is you're an artist. And
Yeah.
so most of the walls that would be empty in most people's houses, you've taken care of that.
Right.
So yeah, and it reflects your style, and so that's nice. So the only thing I would suggest, since you asked, the 3 things that I would talk about is making things so you feel comfortable without the clutter.
Okay.
So the only other thing I would say is even find a little more closed storage for things.
Okay.
Because I noticed you said you don't like the clutter.
Yep.
But as you came in and you have the shoe rack there, and that's a good solution for it now, but maybe find something where it's closed, where you don't see the shoes as much.
Okay.
Because I still think sometimes when you see that visual clutter, even though you've organized it as well as you can for it, anytime you can close up things where you still don't see the clutter, that would help.
Okay.
The other thing that I try and do at my own home is I like elevated everyday things.
Okay.
And so what I mean by that is when like you have your soap dispensers and your for your hands, or the soap dispenser for the dishwashing liquid, is I try to put those things in nicer looking vessels. So like on my sink I have an olive oil drizzler, but I put the dish soap in that.
Oh, dope.
Just so it looks nicer, and it's something that you use every day anyway.
Yeah.
And I think the more things that you use every day, if they're nice to the touch or they're nice for you to look at visually, it just makes you want to look at those things a little more and use them a little more, and it doesn't feel like you're doing a chore. It doesn't feel like you're doing dishes.
Yeah.
And I also talked about that too in your office. Because for me, I hate cables. I hate cords of any sort. But I noticed in your kitchen you don't have a lot of appliances. So either use those things, or you have them put away where you just don't like them, which is fine. And so in my office, I have those cord keeper things where you can put the cords inside and it hides all that. My pens are in something that is a nicer box, just so that it's hidden and out of the way. So anything that you can put inside a box, like you've done with the dog treats, anything you can put inside of a box, or a nicer elevated sort of dish like you did with your rings in the bathroom. Anything that you use on a daily basis, if it's in a nicer container or just something that looks a little more stylish, to me it just feels more elevated. It also, I just think you like stylish stuff like that. And I think as you go through your day and as you use those things, that makes you feel just a little nicer and a little elevated. Those would be the only things I think that I would change and make it different. The only other suggestion, when you guys were talking about the wall, make it a feature. I mean, this is the biggest wall in your room. It's the first wall you probably see visually when you come into your home. I would make it a feature. So, and whatever you do, I would go floor to ceiling, left to right, make that the feature wall of the space. And so, you're an artist. I would say whatever your style is, however you're feeling that, whether it's a triptych of art where you have 3 pieces of art, or a textured wall or whatever, I would just say let that be you and reflect who you are with that. So.
Will do. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. I mean, this is fun sort of stuff. I mean, it's nice to sort of have a conversation with people and get the vibe of their space, and just really just sit and talk about it and enjoy someone else and how they also appreciate style. Even if it's not my style, there are a lot of things that I can still see and appreciate about it, even though it's not my style. But there are some stuff in here I was kind of like, oh, I need to go back home and see if I can figure out a way to do that. And you have your own style. I mean, and it's different from mine, and that's what it should be. It's yours. It's your home. It's how you want to live. And I think that that's what some people forget, is they try and do this cut and paste. And, oh my God, I saw this on Pinterest. It's on my tray. And then they wonder why it doesn't work. Because it's not you. So that's why it didn't work. Find your own style, bring that into your house, and be comfortable with that. You trying to cut and paste and do what everybody else is doing, and that's not style. That's not style. That's you copying it. That's not style. That's style. That was good. Well, thanks so much for spending time with us today. It was nice touring around with EJ and hanging out and getting the vibe and touring around his space. He has invited us back later when it's all completed. And so we'll take the time to do that again and show the before and afters. And as always, I look forward to creating with you. Thanks so much.